All right, have you ever opened a spreadsheet and just frozen? You see that grid of endless empty boxes and it's just a little intimidating. Well, what if I told you we could take that blank canvas and turn it into something genuinely useful in just a few minutes? That's exactly what we're going to do today. We're building your very first spreadsheet, right from scratch.
Yeah, this view right here. This is what stops a lot of people before they even start. It feels like a blank page with way too many lines, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But trust me, we're about to change that. You'll start seeing this not as a problem, but as a place full of possibilities.
And I mean it, just 5 minutes. That's all we need to cover the absolute essentials, the key skills that'll let you take this blank grid and make it do what you want it to do. By the end of this, you are going to be in the driver's seat.
Okay, let's dive in and get our hands dirty. First things first, we've got to get our information onto the page. This is the foundation, the bedrock, for everything else we're going to build.
So, take a look here. See that one cell with the dark border around it? That's what we call the active cell. It's basically where all the action is. You just click on any cell to make it the active one, and then start typing. And check this out. As you type, the text shows up in 2 places at once, right there in the cell and also up top in what's called the formula bar. You can think of that formula bar as kind of like your command center for whatever's in that cell.
Whoops, made a typo. No sweat, you've got options. You can just double-click right on the cell to edit, or click it once and then go up to that formula bar we just talked about. And for all you keyboard people out there, just hit the F2 key. Honestly, just find the one that feels best for you.
Look, it's gonna happen. We all do it. You'll type in the wrong thing or accidentally delete a whole chunk of work. It's totally normal. So, what's the fix?
Let me introduce you to your new best friend, the Undo button. It's that little arrow curving backward, usually right at the top of your screen. One click, and poof, your last action is undone. Seriously, learn the keyboard shortcut for this. It's Control-Z. It's like a time machine for mistakes. It's the ultimate safety net.
All right, ready for a pro tip? This is a move that's going to make you feel like a total spreadsheet boss. We're going to talk about a feature that handles all the boring, repetitive stuff for you. It's called autofill.
Here's the deal. You start by typing the first thing in a series, like say January, or maybe just the number 1. Then you click on that cell. You see that tiny little square in the bottom right corner? That's the key. That's the fill handle.
And here it is, the fill handle in all its glory. Seriously, just watch what happens when you grab that tiny square and drag it down. The spreadsheet is actually smart enough to figure out the pattern. It just knows that February comes after January. How cool is that? And it's not just for months. You can do this with days of the week, dates, even number sequences. Imagine laying out a whole year's budget in, 3 seconds? This one little trick is going to save you so much time.
Okay, so our data's in the sheet. Awesome. But now we've got to make it look good. Readable, professional. This is all about getting things organized and structured. We've all seen this, right? It's a classic spreadsheet problem. You type something long, like a column header, but the column's too skinny, and your text just gets chopped off. It looks messy, and you can't even read it.
But the fix?
Oh, the fix is so easy. Just move your mouse right up to that little line between the column headers. Your cursor will change into this cool double arrow thing. When you see that, just double-click. And bam! The column instantly snaps to the perfect width. It is so satisfying. But what if you need to make bigger changes? Well, up on the home ribbon, you've got these super powerful insert and delete buttons. Maybe you forgot a column for notes. Just click insert. Or maybe you've got a whole row of info that's totally out of date. Delete is your best friend. This is how you really start shaping the layout of your sheet. And here's another great tip for when things get crowded. Let's say you've got this massive table, but you only want to look at a few columns. Instead of deleting everything else, you can just hide it. It's usually under the Format menu. The data's not gone, don't worry. It's just invisible for a bit. When you need it back, you just unhide it. Easy. Now, when it's time to get rid of data, you've got a few different tools. Hitting the Delete key on your keyboard, that just removes the stuff inside the cell. Right-clicking gives you a few more choices. But the Clear button up on the home ribbon, that's the most powerful. It lets you decide if you're clearing the content, the formatting, or the whole shebang. It's all about using the right tool for the job.
All right, we're in the home stretch now. Let's just cover 2 last things that'll help you manage your data like you've been doing this for years.
So, you've entered a bunch of data, but it's in the wrong spot. Ugh. Don't you dare retype it. Just select the data you want to move. Then, move your cursor right to the edge of that selection. See how it turns into these 4-way cross arrows?
That's your cue. Now you can just click and drag that whole block of data to its new home. Done.
And one last thing. You don't always have to type everything by hand. You can actually pull data in from other files. If you go to the Data ribbon, you'll see an option like From Text/CSV. This is a game changer, because it means you can import huge sets of data without having to type a single thing.
And just like that, look what we did. We went from that scary blank grid to a report that's structured, clean, and actually useful. You now have the absolute essentials, the building blocks for how to enter, edit, organize, and manage your data. Everything else you'll ever learn in a spreadsheet is built on these core skills.
So go on, take these new skills for a spin. That blank page isn't so scary anymore, is it? It's just an opportunity waiting for you. So the only question left is, what are you going to build next?